This is the Neffos X1, a brand new mid-range device that was just recently launched at IFA 2016. In case you didn't already know, Neffos is the smartphone arm of networking giant TP-Link, and the X1 represents the company's second stab at the smartphone market. Looking at the handset itself, it's a pretty straightforward mid-range device. It's got a 5-inch 720p display with a MediaTek Helio P10 processor, keeping things running on the inside. The device also comes with either 2GB of RAM and 16GB of storage, or 3GB of RAM and 32GB of storage. If you want more power and a bigger display, there will be a Max version which comes with a 5.5-inch Full HD display and up to 4GB of RAM and 64GB of storage. If storage isn't enough, it is expandable via a microSD card slot. Performance is rather smooth, and the skin on top of the X1's Android Marshmallow OS is fairly light. I'm not sure how I feel about the look of those icons though. What I do like is the X1's all-metal body. It feels rather nice in the hand, especially for a mid-range handset. The curves at the back are nice and ergonomic, plus the metal does feel pretty premium. At the back, you'll also find a fingerprint scanner. It's not the fastest thing out there, but from my brief testing, it's fairly accurate. It's also got a nifty little 2-step alert slider, similar to what you'd find on the OnePlus 3. It'll let you swap between all notifications and vibrate, which is kind of nice. For imaging, the X1 gets a 13MP primary camera at the back and a 5MP shooter on the front. Images look okay and are fairly sharp, but it does struggle a little with dynamic range and auto exposure. Of course, Neffos assures me that the X1 I had with me was not running on the final software version and that they still had some kinks to work out. As a whole, I think the Neffos X1 and larger X1 Max are interesting smartphones. However, they're not the most amazing devices out there and will definitely face fierce competition when they're launched here. It can be rather hard to break into the extremely competitive smartphone market, but the X1 and X1 Max are at least steps in the right direction. What will probably make or break these handsets are their price tags. In Europe, the X1 will go for €199, while the X1 Max is priced at €249. That's a lot of money for a handset with these specs, and I do hope that when they eventually get launched locally, the prices will be more reasonable. Otherwise, Neffos will be in for a hard time.